Today's topic is Brewster's law and another topic in wave optics. Brewster's law explains how to get a polarized light through reflection. It is first observed by Louis Malus. This idea is discovered by Louis Malus. He observed that when a light is made to fall on the transparent surface like water or glass, some of the rays gets reflected and some of the rays gets refracted. He observed the reflected ray and found that the reflected ray is polarized. And this idea is developed by Sir David Brewster. Sir David Brewster done different experiments by taking different pair of medium. For each pair of medium, the angle of polarization is different. He taken glass air medium and also air water medium. For each pair of medium, he observed that the angle of polarization is different because the refractive index of air glass is 1.5, for which the angle of polarization is 56.3 degrees. For air water medium, the refractive index is 1.33 and the angle of polarization is 53 degrees. And he made a relation between the refractive index and angle of polarization. This relation is nothing but Brewster's law. Brewster's law formula is mu is equal to tan IP, which gives the relation between mu, refractive index, and IP, angle of polarization. In order to derive the Brewster's law, let us consider a pair of medium. I have taken here air water medium. The refractive index of air is N1 and the refractive index of water is N2. So, water has refractive index greater than the refractive index of air. So, N2 is greater than N. On the water surface, for example, on the surface of lake, let us consider a ordinary or unpolarized light is made to fall. Let us consider an ordinary or unpolarized light is made to fall on the surface of transparent medium, here on the surface of water. The ordinary light contains the vibrations of photons in all directions. So, we can depict an ordinary light like this, or we can also depict the ordinary light as a combination of arrow and dot. Here the dot component gives the information about the vibrations perpendicular to the plane, and arrow component gives the information about vibrations parallel to the plane of incidence. After incidenting an ordinary light on the surface of transparent medium, there will be partial reflection and partial refraction. Let us consider an ordinary light is falling with angle of incidence which is very small, so the angle of reflection is also very less. If the angle of incidence is increased, the angle of reflection also increases. For each angle of incidence, observe the reflected ray, whether it contains only one component, it may be arrow or dot components, or it contains arrow and dot components combination. Let us study for each angle of incidence and the reflected ray is polarized or not. Finally, for air-water medium at 53 degrees of angle of incidence, the reflected ray contains only dot components, that is, the components perpendicular to the plane of incidence. The vibrations of the component perpendicular to the plane of incidence. At this angle of incidence, the angle between reflected ray and the refracted ray is 90 degrees. Because the reflected ray is containing only dot components, we can say that the reflected ray is completely polarized. We can also determine whether the light is polarized or not by using a tourmaline crystal here. And the angle between normal and the refracted ray is angle of refraction. So, by linear pair of axiom, we can write that this angle plus this angle plus this angle is equal to 180 degrees. Here, the angle of incidence is angle of polarization, and angle of reflection is also angle of polarization, because by the law of reflection, angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. So, this angle is IP plus this angle is 90 degrees and this angle is R. The summation of three angles is equal to 180 degrees because the total angle is 180. By subtracting 90 from 180, we can get R is equal to 90 degrees minus 8. We know from Snell's law, mu is equal to sin I by sin R. Replace sin I, that is I, as IP and R with 90 degrees minus 8. That is sin IP divided by sin 90 minus 8. That is equal to sin IP by cos IP, because sin 90 minus theta is equal to cos theta. Therefore, mu is equal to tan IP, because sin IP by cos IP is equal to tan IP. Sin theta by cos theta is equal to tan theta. This is the relation between refractive index and angle of polarization. This is nothing but the Brewster law. Here, P is called as angle of polarization and mu is called as refractive index. Angle of polarization is defined as angle of incidence at which the reflected ray is completely polarized. That is, at particular angle of incidence only we can get the reflected ray which is completely polarized. What is the statement of Brewster's law? Brewster's law states that the tangent of angle of incidence or the tangent of angle of polarization is equal to refractive index of pair of medium. Tangent of angle of polarization is equal to refractive index of pair of medium.